PJ to revive, breathing blood in my eye. I ain't hopping on the track and yelling free all of my guys. I'm finna break them out, that's my purpose in this life. Rock solid, virgin tight, all of my alibis. Hands off with the violence, that's for track.
What's up, black people? Welcome to another unlawful arrest prevention video. On this channel, we analyze crowdsourced videos of traffic stops and arrests in order to educate citizens on the tactics and tricks that cops most often use to execute the unlawful arrest of a black person. By understanding their strategies, we can develop our own, which allows us to punish them financially later on by bringing civil rights lawsuits and winning large payouts.
If you find yourself the victim of police misconduct, it is important that you bring a lawsuit no matter what and do not hesitate. The most important decision you make will be the lawyer that you hire. To prevent black people from getting ripped off by sham lawyers, we have compiled a list of the best civil rights attorneys in every state. If you need help finding a civil rights attorney, simply go to unlawfularrestprevention.org, then scroll down to our National Civil Rights Attorney database and click on your state. We keep this list updated in real time as we vet more attorneys.
In this video, we will break down the unconstitutional arrest of Offset that took place July 23, 2018 in Clayton County, Georgia. As we do so, you'll begin to see there's more going on behind this arrest than initially meets the eye, and nothing about it adds up. That is because this arrest was a small part of a larger conspiracy or federal investigation. What is worse, neither Offset nor his bodyguards were targets or even suspected of wrongdoing in the investigation. The police executed this arrest on the orders of federal agents from the ATF who are hoping to use the arrest as a way to get information out of the men.
Offset is driving the Porsche and his bodyguard Sine Gazan is riding in the passenger seat. Offset pulls over into a gas station for a supposed tint violation, but becomes confused when several other officers seem to arrive as backup. The officer who initiated the stop pretends to be clueless as to who Offset and his wife Cardi B are before conducting an illegal search of his vehicle. The officer finds 3 guns and claims to find some weed. However, as you'll see in the footage, it appears very likely that the officer planted the weed himself. Even though Offset's bodyguard has a valid concealed carry permit and claims all of the guns belong to him, the officers arrest both men anyways, ignoring the fact that since Offset's bodyguard is the lawful owner of the firearms, no laws have actually been broken.
If you didn't know the backstory to this arrest, then you might mistakenly assume that Offset just got really unlucky, hence the name of our series. But as you watch the video closely, you'll start to ask yourself, what are the odds Offset actually got pulled over for a tint violation? The answer is 0 because that turned out to be a lie. What really happened is this.
The ATF and FBI in Atlanta were conducting an investigation totally unrelated to Offset, in which they believed his bodyguard Sine to be a person of interest. For all we know, it could have been related to the YSL Rico investigation. 3 days before his arrest, the ATF contacted the Clayton County Police and other police departments in Atlanta. In his police report, the arresting officer admitted that he was contacted by the ATF 3 days before the traffic stop. In his police report of the arrest, he writes, "On July 20th, 2018, I was contacted by ATF Special Agent Dorman regarding 2 vehicles that they had under surveillance. ATF asked that if the officers were able to get probable cause on the vehicles, could we pull over the vehicles and identify everyone in the vehicles?"
In short, the feds told the officers that they needed to arrest Offset in order to get an ID on his bodyguard.
They gave the officers a description of Offset's Porsche and instructions to pull the car over and find probable cause to arrest both men.
How did the ATF and the FBI know that Sine had been working for Offset as a bodyguard? How did the ATF know that when the police pulled Offset over, the 2 men would be together? How did the feds know what car Offset would be driving 3 days in the future? How did they know that the officers would find the bodyguard's guns in the vehicle and be able to use this as a pretext for their unlawful arrest? The answer to all of these questions is that the feds used a piece of technology called a Stingray machine, or its more technologically advanced replacement, the Hailstorm, both manufactured by the Harris Corporation in Pennsylvania.
So before we get into the traffic stop that led to the unconstitutional arrest of Offset, let me give you a brief description on how Stingray and Hailstorm machines work. Virtually every major police department in America has owned a Stingray since the mid-2000s. The Stingray machine allows police officers to listen to all of the phone calls within a given area, for example, a 50-mile radius. When you call your friend, your phone signal is first routed to a cell tower, which collects information about the phone and its owner, before then directing your call to your friend's cell phone. Every call or text passes through a cell tower before it reaches its recipient. Stingray machines perfectly mimic a cell tower, and instead of going to a cell tower, all calls and texts within the machine's range will first pass through the Stingray before being redirected to their respective recipients. So if you are within the range of a Stingray machine when the cops are actively using one, they will not only be able to hear your calls and read your text messages, but will immediately know your location and identity as well. However, for the most part, that is all Stingrays can do. Give police instant, real-time access to the phone conversations, text locations, and identities of all phone users in its range. However, to do so, the Stingray machine has to first degrade any 5G or 4G cell service to 3G or 2G, which is why unexpected interruptions in the quality of your cell service used to be one sign that the police might be using a Stingray on your phone.
In order to keep up with the times, the Harris Corporation invented the Hailstorm. Like the Stingray machine, it not only mimics a cell tower, allowing the police to read the text and listen to the calls of any phones within its range, but it can do so instantly even at 5G or 4G without affecting the phone user's experience at all. The Hailstorm can not only listen to all calls and read all text conversations on any phone within its range. In fact, the Hailstorm can take control of your phone remotely. It can force your calls to drop, redirect your calls to a different number, or prevent you from receiving certain calls or texts. The Hailstorm can do all of this without you ever knowing. For example, if the police wanted to F with someone, they could do practically anything they wanted. They could redirect a text or a voicemail you sent to your mistress to your wife. They could reroute your phone call directly to 911. They could prevent you from receiving important messages from a friend.
Presumably, they don't generally take it to that extreme because of a primary objective of shielding the Hailstorm technology from public awareness. As you have probably already surmised, using Stingrays and Hailstorms are considered egregious violations of the Fourth Amendment, even by many federal judges. Due to their unconstitutionality, law enforcement agencies have to protect the secrecy of Stingray and Hailstorm use. If someone confesses to illegal activity on a call that cops are monitoring via Stingray, the cops cannot and will not use this as evidence in court. Rather, they will use the Hailstorm to gather information unconstitutionally until they are able to manufacture an alternative explanation for your arrest. In this video, the feds already wanted to arrest Offset and his bodyguard, but they didn't have a reason. By using a Stingray or Hailstorm machine, the feds were able to read Offset and his bodyguard's texts and eavesdrop freely on all of their phone calls. For example, all Offset had to do was send a text to his wife, who just gave birth, assuring her that he was safe because he was with his bodyguard who was armed. By using a Hailstorm, the feds could instruct Clayton County Police to find a reason to pull Offset over, any reason, already knowing that the two men were together and the guns, though lawfully owned, would provide a believable and alternative explanation for why the arrest was made in the first place. Why don't people know about Hailstorms? One reason is that every time a police department purchases one, they are forced to sign an NDA with the manufacturer and with the FBI. Several of these NDAs have been leaked to organizations like the ACLU. The NDAs showed the high degree to which the FBI prioritizes the secrecy of Stingrays and Hailstorms. If there is ever even a slight risk information about their use will be made public, police departments are forced to notify the FBI right away. If police departments are likely to be ordered by a judge to admit to using these machines in court, the FBI instructs them to drop any charges rather than do so. Here is an excerpt from an NDA between the Harris Corporation and the San Diego Police Department. It is identical to other NDAs with police departments in Chicago, New York, Tucson, Miami, Philadelphia, and both small and large cities throughout the country.
In the event that the San Diego Police Department receives a request pursuant to the Freedom of Information Act or an equivalent state or local law, the civil or criminal discovery process, or other judicial, legislative, or administrative process to disclose information concerning the Harris Corporation wireless collection equipment/technology, its associated software, operating manuals, and any related documentation, including its technical or engineering descriptions and capabilities, the San Diego Police Department will immediately notify the FBI of any such request telephonically and in writing, in order to allow sufficient time for the FBI to seek to prevent disclosure through appropriate channels.
So basically, if your lawyer somehow, some way, is able to find out that the police used a Stingray or a Hailstorm to arrest you, you now have to go up against the feds too, and the FBI will do anything it needs to prevent you from proving that. One way to protect your phone from Stingray or Hailstorm surveillance is with a Faraday cage.
Faraday cage is just the official name for any kind of bag that blocks all electromagnetic waves from reaching your phone. It can look like any other bag that fits a phone or a laptop, but it is lined with a fabric made from a silver, nickel, and copper blend. This metallic fabric blocks any signals from reaching your phone when it is placed inside the bag. That means that the bag blocks any cell signal or Wi-Fi, which prevents your phone from pinging any cell towers or receiving calls, texts, emails, etc. In short, while your phone is inside the bag, it is as if the phone never existed, but once you take it out of the bag, it works normally. That means that while inside the bag, no signal can leave or reach your phone, preventing law enforcement from tracking your location or using a hailstorm to gain access to your communications. This video itself is an example of why regular, law-abiding, non-criminal black people should protect their phones with Faraday cages. Neither Offset nor his bodyguard were the targets of the investigation, but here you see police were willing to track them down and employ all sorts of blatant lies and trickery to pull them over, and then illegally search and fabricate findings in order to creatively stack charges on them. One reason the police do this is to pressure non-criminal black people to either plead out to lesser charges or to cooperate against or to inform on another black person they know who might have actually committed a crime. If by protecting your devices with Faraday cages you remove some of the tools the police use to track and surveil you, it forces police to rely on clunkier, less sophisticated tactics that are more easily observed and render transparent their unethical intentions. UAP manufactures and sells its own Faraday bag called the 4-Cage. Our goal is to make an effective Faraday bag for as cheap as possible. If used regularly, we recommend testing them out each month by placing a phone inside it and seeing if it can receive calls or texts. You should replace them as needed, usually every 3 to 4 months or so in order to be extra safe, as repeated and heavy use of the bags can erode the metallic signal-blocking fabric over time. The 4-Cage, however, is but one of several effective Faraday bag brands that are out there. As always, we have 3 disclaimers before we get into the video. 1. I am not an attorney. Please contact an attorney if you have an urgent legal matter. If you need help finding an attorney in your area, please submit a claim through unlawfularrestprevention.org and we will do our best to help you find representation. Or you can simply visit our National Civil Rights Lawyer database. 2. Unlawful arrest prevention and any videos associated with it are not for the criminally minded and are intended to help ensure legal recourse for citizens who become the victims of a civil rights violation. 3. Never, under any circumstances, tell a police officer that you are going to sue him during the course of a traffic stop or arrest.
How you doing, sir?
What's up with it?
Can you turn the car off for me?
Why?
So I can hear better, so you can hear me. I'm Officer Noir, Clayton County Police Department. Y'all doing all right today?
Yep.
All right, you got your ID on you, sir?
Yeah, but why I'm being pulled over?
Well, you can't get your ID first, sir.
Why I'm being pulled over? I know my rights.
Yeah, sir.
I'm famous too, so
Okay,
I
that's
know
fine.
my rights.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not gonna
fine.
give you my ID till
All
you tell me why I'm pulled over.
Well, sir, I need your ID, and then I'll tell you, so I know who you are, and then we'll go from there. You said you're famous. Who are you?
I'm Offset Migos.
Who's that?
Migos Offset.
Okay.
I'm not giving you my ID.
Oh, sir, I need your ID, please.
We already know that the officer who initiated the stop was directed by the FBI and the ATF to find cause to arrest Offset so they could get an ID on his bodyguard 3 days prior to this traffic stop. So the officer is lying when he says he doesn't know who Offset is. He knows exactly who he is.
I'll just call my lawyer.
Okay, that's fine. I need your ID.
I don't have to give you
Sir,
my ID.
yes, you do.
Pulling me over for no reason.
No, sir. I can tell you, I pulled you over for your window tint. So can I get your ID, please?
Not too dark.
Okay, sir. I couldn't see through the back window. That's too dark. All right, can I get your ID, please?
Another lie. They did not pull him over for the window tint. That is merely the excuse. The cop has been directed to manufacture an arrest, so his goal right now is to search the car. The ATF and FBI have been using a stingray or hailstorm to eavesdrop on Offset and his bodyguard's communications. Therefore, the feds already know that there are guns in the car belonging to the passenger, and they've shared this information with the cop. Unbeknownst to Offset, the cop is already angling for an excuse to search the vehicle, find the guns, and then arrest both passengers regardless of whether any law has been broken, because that is what his superiors have instructed him to do.
I bought the car like okay, sir. We can work all that out, but I need your ID, please.
I just seen y'all pick on 5 people and pull them over. That's why
Who picked on who?
The 7 cars you with. Hey, if he doesn't tell me why I'm being pulled over, I can get my ID.
Are you being pulled over right now?
Yeah, and he want, and I said, why?
I did tell you, sir. I told you for your window tint. Can I please have your ID?
I just bought this car, bro. I didn't change my tint.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. I mean, it's an easy traffic stop. We can go.
Pick on 5 people and pull over 5 people. 7 cops.
Tiger tip.
Why y'all so deep around my car, bro?
What's up? Look, man, we ride 2-door car, man. I'm sorry.
Y'all look like y'all finna shoot me. So why y'all so deep around my car, bro? I don't
bro,
like this, bro. I'm not no
look,
criminal,
hey,
bro.
sir.
I don't like this.
Sir, listen to me. Look, man, look, man. 2-door car.
Bro, it's
All right.
5 of y'all, though.
No, sir. That's my supervisor. He just saw us pull you over, so he walked up. All right,
5
look.
cop cars, bro.
There's 2 of us, man. There's 2 cars. All right, one, me and my partner, and him and my supervisor.
6
That's
cops,
it.
bro.
Oh,
And I'm a
well, I don't know
famous-
what's up with that.
And
So.
I'm just an artist, bro. I
Okay.
make music, your kids.
All right, look, I work for the Clayton County PD. That's the sheriff's office. They probably just driving by to see what was up. All right. So look, man, calm down for me. We can get through this. It's just a ticket.
I don't
Okay.
like going my points.
Okay. Well, let me explain something to you. A window tint ticket does not put points on your license. You can ask your lawyer. That is correct. Yeah. See.
I just bought this car.
All right. Look, man, I got you. Look,
I didn't even change
look, man. Look.
I don't like
I look. Listen to me. I understand you like a clean record. I understand. I'm the police. And you, the way you fit, why you? Okay, all right. Look, listen to me. Way things go nowadays, I get you. I understand. Okay, but I'm trying to be calm with you. You please be calm with me, and we will work this out. Work this ticket out. All right, and we can both go on about our day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. So how long you had the car?
2 days.
2 days. Well, it's a nice car. All right, I do like the leather interior and the red.
Like that red.
Yeah, I like that red. I do. All right. I really like the red. You know what I'm saying? So look.
Pull it over right now.
Yeah. Pull it. How you doing, man? Turn the phone off, man. I turn the phone off. We deal with this. All right.
How you back?
All right. Damn, man.
It's my wife, man.
I got
If I
you.
don't answer, she think I'm cheating.
Oh, I got you. Look, I'm married to you. How you got any kids?
I just had a baby. You don't know who I am, man?
No, man. I don't know who you are.
Show you
Yeah,
on
you know who he
Instagram.
is.
Show him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. My partner does. Look, man.
Instagram, man. Migos.
I got you.
Offset.
Okay.
This is my wife.
Okay. Yeah. Your wife look good, man.
Just had a baby, man.
You just had a baby? Okay. How old's your baby?
Like 5 days.
Damn. Hot boy or
She
girl?
even got girl.
Girl. All right. I got you. Hey, I got 2 girls too. I get you, man. I get you. But look, see how this is easy now?
It's easy, man.
That we
It
talk.
just look crazy though. Like,
Look, I tell you.
look at the situation. It
I
look
got you.
crazy.
I got
Even if a fan
look,
looked at it, it'd
me
be
and
like,
me and him ride 2-door car, and that's our supervisor. He just pulled out.
This
we
a
pulled
bad
too.
area too, though.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
As you can see, this whole setup is super ill and evil. Offset has no idea the cops have been looking for an opportunity to initiate a traffic stop and make up a reason to arrest him for 3 days now. Offset doesn't even have anything to do with their investigation, nor is his bodyguard the target of the investigation. The feds have directed the cops to do all of this simply to get an ID on the bodyguard, because they believe he may have information pertaining to their investigation. Thus, Offset believes the cop is genuinely being friendly and fair with him. Offset takes the cop's easygoing tone and warm nature at face value, which is something you should never do. In reality, the cop doesn't care one bit about Offset. He is ready to arrest him and charge him with as many offenses as possible, despite Offset having broken no laws. He is willing to send Offset to jail for years if that's what it takes. All the I gotchas and questions about Offset's baby are just part of an act, to try and get Offset to let his guard down so that the officer can remove him from his vehicle and more easily conduct an illegal search. Before we continue, let this be a lesson. Never engage in friendly conversation or banter with the police. In response to anything and everything they say or ask, repeat the following phrases. 1. Am I detained or am I free to go? 2. I do not consent to a search of my person or vehicle. And 3. I do not feel comfortable answering any more questions without a lawyer present. If you aren't saying one of these 3 sentences or something very similar, you shouldn't even be speaking at all.
I got you. I'm a
Good playing guy, man.
How you say your last name?
Cephas?
Cephas?
Yeah.
How you say your first name?
Kiari.
Kiara?
Kiari.
Kiare?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, Mr. Cephas, look, we asked everybody, any firearms in the car? We asked everybody, just for our safety and your safety. All right, none? Okay, appreciate it.
Nothing in the car, man.
What's that?
I don't have nothing in the car.
Okay. Hey, man, I asked everybody. I got you. Tiger tooth.
Offset should have not lied to the police. 1, because he wasn't even required to answer the question, are there any weapons in the car, in the first place. 2, since they are going to search his car anyway, they will attempt to use the fact that he lied as probable cause to make the arrest. Since the ATF has already informed the cops that there are guns in the car, the cops now think they've caught him. Of course, all of this is unbeknownst to Offset. Instead of no, Offset should have simply said, I do not feel comfortable answering any more questions without my lawyer present. Am I detained or am I free to go?
Got name and date of birth. Last name, Charlie, Echo, Papa, Hotel, Uniform, Sierra. First name, Kilo, India, Alpha, Romeo, India, 12-14-91. Charlie, Echo, Papa, Hotel, Uniform, Sierra. First name, Kilo, India, Alpha, Romeo, India, 12-14-91. This is still your correct address, sir? Okay. Did he give you an idea? He did not? I like that watch though. It's nice. You said you bought it 2 days ago? All right.
Wow.
No, I'm just asking, man. Look, window tint in Georgia, anything under, I'm gonna get my tint meter in just a second, but anything under 32% in the state of Georgia is illegal. So 0 to 31
I got
is illegal.
I got it from too, man.
I got you. So, and if that's true, it's not illegal for the dealership to put it on, but it's illegal for you to drive it on the roadways and stuff like that. But if that's true, we can work something out. All right. Hey, and I appreciate you calming down for me. All right, it makes me easy, you easy. You know what I'm saying? Works a lot better for the both of us.
All this thank you for calming down and all the other cops' friendly comments are just an attempt to stall. It doesn't take this long to write a citation for having tints that are too dark. Instead, the cop is waiting for instructions from his supervisor, who is currently alerting the ATF that the traffic stop has been made and is awaiting further instructions. The cops can legally lie all they want, and the more overly friendly they act towards you, the more likely it is that they are trying to get an incriminating statement out of you, or lull you into a false sense of comfort so that you are slower to exercise your right to remain silent and forget to explicitly state that you don't consent to a search.
I'm clear. I got no lamp for you. 0675. Look, man, I ran you by name and date of birth. She did something wrong, so I ran your oil in. I'm waiting on dispatch to get back to me. All right. I'm clear. Mr. Cephas, you unbuckle and step out for me? Let me talk to you for a second, please.
I gotta get out the car now?
You can, look, man. I'm asking nicely, please. Please step out the car. All right.
As soon as the cop gets the go-ahead from his supervisor to search the car and make an arrest, his tune changes completely. You don't step out of a car for a tint violation, and Offset knows that, hence his immediate apprehension. Watch how quickly the cop's friendliness disappears the moment he asks Offset to step out of the car. As you will see, the nice cop who only minutes ago cared so much about Offset and his feelings is now looking to stack as many charges as possible on him.
What's eerie and disgusting about this video is that Offset hasn't even broken a single law, nor has his bodyguard, and yet the police officer cares not one bit that this made-up and unlawful arrest could potentially lead to Offset serving time in prison away from his family for no reason. The cop even has his hand on his gun as he asks Offset to step out of the car. He's prepared to kill Offset if he can get away with it.
Hey, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Please step out the car, sir. Thank you. Yeah, he has to. You got any weapons on you, sir? No? Can you step right here for me? You turn around, put your hands up on the car for me? I appreciate it. Nothing on it's gonna stick me, probably anything like that. I'm gonna pat you down for weapons, all right? That's your cigarettes right there. What's in here right here? That's money. Money? All right, look, I'm gonna take this off and I'm just sitting on the car, all right? I ain't gonna search it, nothing like that. I'm gonna set it right here, all right? All right, step back here for me.
Can I grab my lighter right there?
No.
Just smoke my cigarette?
Yeah, you.
I'm not doing nothing, bro.
Okay.
Get my lighter right here?
In a minute. Come on.
Just the lighter. I ain't gonna get the lighter, bro.
Come on back here. Turn around for me. No, you good. Turn around for me. Turn around. Sit down. Right here. No, turn around, man. Turn around. No, turn around. Turn around. Talk to me. Talk to me. You still got your lawyer on the phone?
Yeah.
All right, look, I know. We just talked. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Look, we just talking, man. I just patted you down for weapons. Just making sure. All right.
I don't get why this is going on, though. This is crazy.
Listen to me. Because I asked you earlier if there's any weapons in the car. All right, the reason I asked you that is because I smelled the odor of marijuana coming out your car. All right.
No, you don't.
Sit down.
Oh, my God.
Sit down. Sit down. All right, listen to me. And when I asked, the partner right there has got a gun on him.
He got a license, too.
Okay, if he's got a license. But see, that's why I asked, man. I can ask that for my safety and your safety.
But I don't.
So that's why I asked. All right. All right. That's why I'm asking. All right.
Why is he being detained?
I'm standing here talking to you, not over there. You asked me a question,
Crazy,
I don't know.
Man. Drew, man, I don't even respect you telling me to get out of the car, bro. For a fucking tent, bro. You made me get out the car for a tent, Drew.
I smell the odor. So
what?
Look, we're not. Tell your lawyer we're not gonna have.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Tell your lawyer we're not gonna have court on the side of the road. Okay. Yeah.
More than 10 minutes into a stop for a supposed tint violation, the officer now claims he smells marijuana. We already know that's a lie, and if the cop had indeed smelled marijuana, he would have already mentioned it and asked them to step out of the car. He never even asked either of the men to perform a sobriety test of any kind at any point. Offset knows the officer is fishing for an arrest. At this point, in fact, way before this point, Offset's lawyer should have instructed him to say, 1. I do not feel comfortable answering any more questions without my lawyer present, and 2. I do not consent to a search of my vehicle. Ideally, Offset's lawyer would have instructed him to do so before the officer asked if there were any weapons in the car. The officer, however, strategically waited until the lawyer was not on the phone when he asked Offset this question.
So, I smell the odor of marijuana coming from the car after for a legal traffic stop. All right. So we're gonna go from there. So we're not gonna have court on the side of the road. We have court in the courtroom. All right. So now it's your car, correct? All right. I'm gonna advise you now that in the state of Georgia, under the law, due to the fact that an officer, all three of us, can smell the odor of marijuana coming from your car. I'm gonna search it. Okay. Now.
And there's three people for a window tint stop.
No, sir. It's me. Okay, look. Again.
I understand it's black and everything, but you need to treat people with window tint stop.
Okay, again, we're not going to have court. All right, again, I explained to you that me and my partner ride to a car. All right, and that's my supervisor who pulled up when I... Okay.
Window tint stop.
Okay. All right. All right, so that's all it is. All right, there is no... I pulled you over. Again, we ride to a car. There's no single man car. It's to a car. That is my supervisor. He pulled up when I initiated traffic stop because he's my supervisor. He's making sure I do my job right. All right. So, we're going to search the car. I need you to sit right here for me. All right, not move. Can you do that for me? All right, I appreciate it, sir. Sergeant Smith, can you stay with this gentleman right here?
Bro, you just made me get out the car.
The cop, albeit acting unlawfully, is right. He doesn't need to hold court with Offset's lawyer on the side of the road. Offset's lawyer, instead of arguing with the cop, should have told Offset to stop talking and to explicitly state that he doesn't consent to a search of his vehicle. To Offset's lawyer's credit, he did realize that something was off due to the number of officers present for a tint violation. This is what ticked off his suspicion that a Stingray or Hailstorm machine had been used. The charges against Offset were later dropped when the lawyer began requesting information from the Clayton County Police about why the ATF had directed them to conduct the stop and the arrest. The FBI and the ATF did not want to disclose that they had used a Stingray or a Hailstorm machine, nor did they want to jeopardize their larger investigation, which may have well been what turned out to be the YSL Rico case. As a result, the lawyer's inquiries into how the ATF knew Offset would be with his bodyguard and why they were under federal surveillance to begin with led to all of the charges against both men being dropped.
No reason, bro. I don't even have to get out the car. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's crazy, man.
Okay.
Yo, hot in this motherfucker, man. Hey, it's hot. Notice this shit of a cigarette. Oh, God. Yo.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. What's the name? No.
Yeah, weed on the other part on it.
Oh, yeah, weed on it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, how much?
So,
What? Okay. All right, there's some weed in the driver's seat, too. Hey. One of those new ones? Yeah, he's got weed. He had weed and a gun on him.
Okay. Do we know if he's wanted yet?
No, not yet. We're working on it.
I guess at some point we'd like to maybe try and get an interview with him. How much would you get?
Blunt. And there's some weed in the floorboard of the car, the driver's side, and there was a gun underneath the driver's seat.
There was a gun under the driver's seat.
Yes, sir. There sure was.
So we can take him for that. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm working on that.
Okay, pay attention to this part. You're about to see some racist cop sleight of hand. The cop said he saw some weed in the driver's seat floorboard. Well, wait till you see the weed, and then tell me you can confidently say the officer didn't just plant it there, just so that any gun charges put on the gentleman are enhanced by the simultaneous presence of drugs.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Just let me, I'll be back here.
I don't understand.
crazy. So crazy. What the hell are you doing?
Can you see the weed? How about now? It's this little ball right here. Can you see it now? It seems like the cop put the weed there. It is sort of ball-shaped, like someone has been rolling it between their fingers. If the weed was there before the officer searched the car, then the officer has one of the best senses of smell in the world. In fact, if he can smell a sand grain-sized weed crumb from several yards away in an outdoor gas station, then he may himself be more effective than a canine unit. Even finding a piece of weed that small that quickly without knowing exactly where it was beforehand requires superb eyesight.
Never seen these people come up and stop like, oh, can I get back here? Fuck no, you see all these damn police?
Yeah.
Three 4180 404 4180. His name is Dion O-N-N-E Vansell V-A-N-Z-Y-L. I know you're an attorney with an office and tell him when it hasn't come to me.
I'm just letting you hear your conversation.
You go ahead.
You don't.
Nah,
Okay. I didn't know if y'all were talking.
Stick it to my stuff.
No, I didn't know if y'all were having a conversation. I was being polite.
Nah, you go talk to somebody else.
No.
You go ahead. You listen or not?
What's up?
You go ahead.
Okay. Turn around. Place your hands behind your back. You can lay your phone right there for me.
You been arrested?
Hey, what's going on?
You are being arrested, sir. You are a convicted felon and you got 3 guns. One underneath your seat, one underneath your seat, one in the box, and one on top.
Them is.
All right, sir. You can explain it to the
He
judge.
got the license that he claimed.
Hey, why y'all locking him up, sir?
That's his, bro. He got the license.
Okay, so spread your feet for me.
You don't hear me, bro?
I appreciate it.
They locked me
Fake
up,
coon
bro.
shit
Come
you
to,
doing, bro?
Come to Fulton County. Right
Crazy,
street.
bro. You acting like real deal white
Waco.
boy. Smiling in the nigga face, bro. You lame. Fuck.
I guess this is real money.
These crackers,
All right, I'm
man.
gonna hold it right here until we get this done. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put this in that bag right there. All right.
Locking me up
What?
for his gun. You ain't even
Hey,
asked
bro, you
nobody
see
to
that
claim
card,
that.
you dummy? Fuck
We in the
wrong
state
with
of
you,
Georgia.
nigga?
Yes, sir. Sure.
I'm a beat
Fucking
this shit.
dumbass, nigga. You need to focus on working on some crime, nigga. Don't tell me what I am, nigga. I wouldn't have had that card if I was a fucking felon, nigga. Dumbass. Dick. I'm a beat this shit. And y'all niggas some pussies, nigga. You too, nigga. Black ass nigga. Hang with these crackers, man. I just told y'all niggas sellouts, man. What the fuck are locking you up for? Because he trying to put the gun on me. Bro, I was just driving when we went to where we was going, my nigga. He claiming the gun. Yo, what's the point of you locking me up? He claiming the gun. Y'all niggas lame as fuck, nigga. And y'all broke. Bum ass nigga.
Hey, leave the cuffs in the front.
I'm leaving them in the front, but I can't sit like this,
Look,
bro.
man. Look.
I can't sit like that.
Calm down for me. Listen.
It's some bullshit. He claiming this shit, bro. You gonna lock me up?
Bro, sir, listen.
You want the story that bad?
Sir,
What you locking him up for? What are you locking him up
All right,
for?
look, I'm fixing to search.
Why you locking me up?
A lot of money in it, so I'm gonna stand here and search it.
Why you locking me up,
In front
though?
of me and in the body camera to make sure there's not any weed or anything like that.
Why you locking me up, though?
Well, sir, I found some weed in your floorboard. Then I found the gun.
Sir.
Underneath your seat.
Sir.
Sir, good try. Sir, sir.
He's saying it's all his, though, so why you locking me up? I was just driving, sir.
All right.
We just switched so I could eat.
Offset is absolutely right when he points out that something is wrong with this arrest. The cop says to Offset, "You're a convicted felon with 3 guns in the car." However, the cop never even asks who the guns belong to. Offset is right to be confused. His bodyguard has a valid concealed carry license. In Georgia, that pretty much means his bodyguard can legally carry as many guns as he wants on his person or in his vehicle. If Offset's bodyguard claimed the guns, then there's no reason to arrest Offset. everyone knows, even if just from television, that cops only arrest everyone present when one person doesn't come forward and claim the gun or the drugs, etc. Offset's bodyguard is claiming all 3 guns, but the cops aren't even listening, because the cops' assignment was to find a reason to arrest both men and bring them to a police station, regardless of whether a crime was committed.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm gonna put this in my trunk, all right? Y'all niggas lame as fuck, boy. Y'all some pussy ass niggas, boy. For real, boy. Man, you black nigga, you a sucker, nigga. Sellout ass nigga. I ain't had no gun. Y'all niggas some hoes. Bitch ass niggas. And I'ma beat this shit, nigga. I got broke, boy. Y'all niggas broke, nigga. Y'all niggas make $20,000 a year, nigga. Hey, where the sergeant at? I wanna talk to the sergeant. And you gotta let him too, bro. He wanna talk to the sergeant, bro. I wanna talk to you because you locking me up and he claiming the shit, bro. I'm trying. He claiming everything. You locking me up, bro. Okay, so understand that. Everything's gonna be a part of your file. So anything you say will be used. Good. All right. Okay. So before you make any statement, in regards to that, let them read you your rights. Man, we try to do it on y'all, man. This is what I'm saying, bro. I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm saying, though. He trying to free me because you locking me up for no reason, bro. He trying to free me because you locking me up for no reason.
Hey, man, so how you turn your phone off so you got battery?
Side button.
This one?
Yeah, hold it and slide it.
Okay.
Can I make a call?
When you get down there,
Can
yes,
I call
sir.
my wife at least?
Yes, sir, when you get down there, you can.
Just give me one call, bro. I ain't been no asshole. I didn't run. I didn't do nothing. Can I just get one call?
When you get down there, yes, sir, you can call whoever you want.
All I'm saying is, can we talk to a sergeant or somebody, bro? You a sergeant?
Again, just so we're all on the same page, the cops were told to get both men to a police station so that the ATF could get a proper ID on Offset's bodyguard. For this, the police are willing to manufacture false charges that could lead to either man being locked up, despite no law having been broken. Both men are trying to reason with the officers, but the best thing to do here is to remain silent, as it is clear they will proceed with the arrest no matter what you say. At this point, saying less is the best way to help yourself get the charges dropped so that you can bring a civil rights lawsuit afterwards.
So how come I have to speak to you? Sarge, you the sergeant, bro. He telling you everything in the car. You know him. I know you know him. All I'm saying is that doesn't make sense. If he claiming everything, then why you gotta do that? I'm telling you right now. And you're, hey, bro, read me my rights then. Read me my rights. Hey, bro, what are you talking about, man? You sound like a fucking fool, bro. You don't dictate when I stop. Your man up here talking about I'm a convicted felon, but you need to talk to your man, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. I just showed him my car, bro. You niggas is stupid, bro. You need to fight crime, Hey, sir. Oh, he just questioned me, bro. He asked me was I a convicted felon. You know anything about that, nigga? Do you? The fuck? He ain't read me my rights, nigga. Get on his ass then. Fuck. All I'm saying is, hey, you can read all the shit you want, nigga. I got my card. If he claims everything, why am I being arrested, bro? Sergeant, I'm asking you a question.
Offset is asking legitimate questions. The cops are purposefully ignoring them and not responding because they haven't come up with a legitimate answer yet. As Offset pleads with them, they are busy trying to figure out what the most believable way they can spin the story is to justify this arrest.
I ain't gave nobody no hard time, no nothing. I'm trying to figure out why I'm being arrested, bro. You trying to arrest me, bro? Is there somebody above you, my guy? I don't have nothing going on. There's definitely somebody above you. I need to talk to whoever's above you, man. Because obviously you doing whatever the fuck you want to do. This some bullshit, bro. Niggas know who niggas is, want to do this shit. This shit lame. This shit lame as hell, man. This shit lame as fuck, man. Oh, God, bro. You ain't supposed to be out here fighting crime or something, bro. What the fuck is y'all doing, man? Hey, Sarge, can I talk to you? Sarge. You just talk about your case, bro. Can you read your rights? Can you read me my rights so I can holler at you? I'm busy right now. Hey, man. The real hoe, man. That shit crazy. Let me get some of that AC, nigga. Bro,
if he's claiming everything,
hey, bro, I gave you my
he's not a felon. He's not a felon, bro.
It doesn't matter what you do, bro. You can look up whatever the fuck you want to look up.
He's not a felon, bro.
Y'all issue me that card through the government. You see it? Look at the date on there and look at the date you issue me that card, bro. You niggas is working in circles, bro.
All I'm saying is you arrested me, bro, and I don't, for no reason, though. He's licensed and everything his, then why did I have to get arrested, bro?
Been indicted for a felony too.
That's an indictment. That's not a.
What does that have to do with anything, bro? Does that mean I can't carry a pistol, sir? Is that what you're saying?
No, it doesn't. He's carrying, bro.
What are you saying, nigga?
It's a waste of time. You gonna arrest me, bro, and he gotta carry concealed weapons thing, bro.
I'm being indicted, nigga.
That's not even a finished case, bro. That just means you've been indicted. That don't mean you a felon. This shit not right, bro. Man, Sarge, can you read me my rights, man? Can you please read me my rights, bro, so I can talk to you, my dog? That's all I'm saying, bro. Nigga ain't do nothing, bro.
Hey, bro.
Sarge.
Huh?
Sarge.
35. Oh my. Look dark as shit to me.
Got keys on the wrong side.
Yeah.
This is right here, scoop.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't run on me, especially with that gun, the weed in the car.
We wouldn't have caught it.
No. Alright. Huh? They are. I think they are. Window tint's 35, but my eyes are about 10 meters. So.
Alright, this is important, and I won't stop the video too much after this, but this is one of the slimier, pre-body camera, illegal tactics that cops still use. From here on out, Offset is trying to get more information from the sergeant about why he is being arrested. The sergeant keeps responding to Offset saying that he doesn't want to talk to him until they read him his rights. So Offset says, "Read me my rights so I can talk to you." The sergeant then says, "Only the arresting officer is allowed to read you your rights." Meanwhile, the arresting officer is intentionally standing out of earshot of Offset and making himself unavailable by talking to other officers so that he doesn't have to read Offset his rights. As egregious and simple as this seems, this is still better than anything else the cops could come up with or say to justify the arrest they are seeking. For example, the cops are arresting Offset under the false assumption that one of the guns was his, since it was under the driver's seat. If the cops mirandize Offset, they give Offset a chance to say, "I wasn't driving earlier. I switched seats with my driver so that he could eat his food." If the cops mirandize Offset's friend, they give him a chance to explain that he doesn't have a felony. He was merely indicted or charged with a felony, which does not prevent him from lawfully owning a gun. The cops didn't even want to hear these explanations as to why an arrest was unnecessary because they were already seeking an arrest. You may be asking yourself, how can the cops get away with this? Because body cameras are new, and many of their superior officers have worked 40+ years as cops without body cameras and with all the illegal policing that entails. This is commonplace street-level cop legal gymnastics, but the bodyguard was right. You only arrest everyone when no one claims the gun. The cops were told to do something days in advance, and all they could come up with was a tint violation. They never thought that they'd get a gun and weed. All of this may have worked flawlessly if Offset was a younger kid who just didn't know anything. But Offset keeps asking why they are arresting him despite his bodyguard claiming the gun. Because the cops don't have a real answer, the rest of the video is basically just Offset asking them to mirandize him, and the cops saying they aren't ready to do that yet or buying time so that they don't have to answer Offset's legitimate question.
It's still good stuff. I ain't worried about it.
Taking the gun. Sir, so why am I getting charged? Yes, them his guns. He just said it was under my seat. But that don't mean shit if this man saying them his. Sir, can you answer my question, dog? Please, bro.
I have to read you your rights.
So read me my rights.
Can you read the rights? You just was talking to us though, bro.
Just asked me was I a convicted felon, bro.
All I'm saying is
you ain't mirandized me when you asked me
he's not a convicted felon and them his guns, bro. So how can you arrest me though, sir? That's all I'm saying. Everything clean. You can't charge nobody with no guns, bro. We in the state of Georgia, dog. Y'all wasting y'all time, bro. Like, for real, dog. Come on, man. Y'all trying to put some shit on me, man. This man claiming his guns, bro. He's licensed.
I already know what they're trying to do. They're not ever gonna mirandize us, bro. They're gonna take us to jail and not mirandize us, bro. They do the same shit to me and food. I mean, oh,
Sarge, can I talk to you?
they ain't even doing nothing.
Because, bro, they'd have been took us. They don't have nothing, bro. These supposed to try to find something. Hey, Sarge. If he got the license that he claiming the guns, why am I being arrested?
Talking about your case. Because they read their rights and they ready to talk, man. I don't want to come in one way or another.
You can't read me my rights?
I'm not an investigator.
Who's the investigator officer?
Who is Joe?
So the guy in the front and
the officer, right off the Monroe.
But you got all the rank, you the Sarge.
I got what?
You got all the ranking, you the sergeant.
I get that. But if you asking me legal questions, you want me to comment on your case? It's a case now. So you want me to comment on it, which I'm not going to do because I'm being recorded, you being recorded. I know better than that. And I know you know how to play this, and that's why I'm not questioning.
I'm not trying you like that. I'm asking serious questions,
It ain't about what you're trying to do.
I'm asking serious questions, though. You making it like I'm trying to record on some funny shit. Them serious questions.
Nobody's mistreated you, put their hands on you, hurt you, did anything like that, all right? Stuff like that, I have to automatically talk to you about. It's a case. I'm not going to let you talk about it, and I'm not going to talk about it unless they read your rights.
Hey,
I know better than that.
Officer in the front, can you read me my rights so I can talk to the sergeant? Huh?
So hey, listen. What's the trickery in y'all not wanting to mirandize us then, so y'all don't have to talk to us? Why y'all doing that?
I'm not saying that you don't want to.
What's the problem with mirandizing us? So y'all purposely not mirandizing us,
This is USA.
Bro, I just asked you to do it.
You have to read rights when we ask, bro.
But I'm not questioning you right now.
But you have to, if I ask you...
Hey, listen. Hold on. Your man ain't asked me no questions?
So you telling me if I ask you to read my rights, you don't have to? What's your name?
I'm trying to charge me with being a convicted felon with a pistol. How does it not pertain to my case? What are you talking about? It does. It doesn't pertain to my case? It doesn't pertain to my case, though? You was going to use it against me, nigga. You was going to use it against me, bro. You can't do that. You're through. You're through, nigga. You're through, bro. No, bro. You were going to use it against me, bro. Point the camera right here. You were going to use it against me, bro. Yeah, verify when you mirandize me, fool. What the fuck you talking about? Bro, I promise you, bro. It's not my system.
It's the government, bro.
It's the law, bro.
You ain't above the law, nigga. It's the government, it's the law. Then it's Clayton County, bro. Y'all really wasting y'all time, bro.
Hey, bro,
the head sheriff.
You got 6 cars out here.
Bro, the head sheriff told me, bro.
You trying to fight
I can't wait to get niggas fired, bro.
What you talking about, bro?
That niggas, man.
You really, hey, what, you just hit a big drug bust or something, nigga? This shit ain't nothing, bro. We trying to...
Bro, Governor Hill, bro, got my same lawyer, Drew Finland, man.
Hey, I want your name.
You ain't gonna read nobody their rights?
Hey, I want your name.
You just being an asshole for no reason, bro.
Oh, that's tough shit.
You can't read nobody their rights.
Tough shit. Catch you right there.
You can't. Hey, you can't read us our rights.
You can't.
You can't read me my rights. I'm not giving you no hard time or nothing, bro. I'm asking you to read my rights. Hey, bro. Hey, this Offset, make a call for me, bro. Hey, call this number. 678.
Bro, you getting the air, man. These niggas. Oh, nigga bucket on them. That nigga bucket.
Hey, call this number for me, Man, this Offset, man. I need to call Quavo, man.
Sorry.
Hey, call this number for me, bro.
I got a question. It don't pertain to my case or nothing.
They can't stop you from calling on number?
Come on. Now, I'm gonna roll up. Alright.
Increasing our starting internet speed to 200 megabits per second. Enough bandwidth for your devices today. Plus, whatever technology comes tomorrow. It's the fastest starting speed available for the price. No data cap, no speed throttling, no contact.
So you raised the voice to me or whatever? No, I ain't been. I've been cooperating to you the whole time. I've been out here the whole time, bro. I'm just being professional. But I've been cooperative the whole time. All I'm saying is, if I could dodge this media bullshit, that's all I'm trying to dodge, bro. I'm that big of a star, bro. Yeah, but who's trying to do that? I guess y'all, cause listen, bro, this man ain't nobody. All I'm saying is he's a license, and that's not my shit. So I know how it works, bro. This not gonna go into something. Sergeant. I understand you charging everybody in the car if nobody claims something, but you don't charge everybody in the car when somebody claims something, bro. That's blatantly goddamn trying to get more arrests or something. I don't think that's what they doing. And once they talk to you, you gonna understand. That's crazy, man.
You convinced? You see what I'm saying?
This ain't right, man.
I'm just saying the way you said it, you sounded convinced already. Like that just
it's
crazy.
It's like anything else. Your ancestors prove you. I'm gonna true believer in that, regardless of who you are. Right. You know what I'm saying? But when it's situations like this and you going to jail, it's like y'all supposed to figure it out before you get to the jail, though. His preliminary charges, he know what they are. After the precinct, you got to go to jail. So it's like, what I'm saying is, are we going to jail?
You going to the precinct or jail?
Go to the precinct right now. Get y'all out the car. And ain't no camera though. Are we going to jail?
That's always.
I mean, we got cameras. There's no support of that. I'm not in the business and stuff like that. Hey, you read him his rights? Can I? Don't say nothing jacked up on that camera, right there. No, I'm saying you just read his rights. Can I just sit? Can you read me my rights outside the car? I want to. You what? This shit crazy. This shit's so unnecessary, bro. And then the nigga who was the boss of them, bro, is Drew's, bro. When he had the 30 Fed cases, bro, Drew did that, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is Clayton County, bro. They gonna get right out. It's just, I don't want to go through the media.
As I said earlier, all charges against Offset were eventually dropped when his lawyer began asking for information pertaining to whether the feds conducted electronic surveillance. Based on the circumstances, it was clear to the lawyer that a Stingray or Hailstorm had been used. In this case, the feds didn't want to jeopardize their investigation by providing this information, so they instructed the police to drop all charges against the men.
In the upcoming videos in this series, we will analyze other situations in which it is extremely likely that the feds or the police used a Stingray or Hailstorm machine to illegally manufacture the arrest of a famous rapper. We will see examples of this illegal surveillance technique used against artists such as the late great Draco the Ruler, Ty Dolla $ign, Boosie, Young Thug, Glock 9, Rod Wave, Foolio, and many others. The police target rappers and other high-profile black celebrities for a reason. When cops arrest a famous rapper, it garners media attention and sends a message to the public that the cops are actually doing something to stop crime with all the tax dollars they receive. In reality, the vast majority of cops do little or no real police work and spend the vast majority of their careers harassing innocent black people and arresting non-criminals for petty or made-up offenses. Arresting celebrities is one way that cops mask this reality. The targeted and unlawful arrest of rappers are made extremely easy by police use of Hailstorm machines.
For example, say a rapper has a criminal record. If the cops want to lock him up or get information out of him, all they have to do is listen to his calls and texts via Stingray or Hailstorm. Actually, it doesn't even need to be his calls or texts. Say the rapper picks up his friend to drive somewhere together. Say that while they're driving, the rapper's friend texts someone else and says he has a gun on him. Or maybe there's someone else in the car with the rapper and his friend who's talking on the phone and mentions that they're bringing some weed. The cops will use a Hailstorm machine and wait until they get a piece of information like this. Then since the machine can give them the location of any phone user in its range, the cops will send a squad car to pull the rapper over for some made-up traffic violation. At that point, all they need to do is make up a reason to search the car, and then they can say they arrested a celebrity and brag about how no one is above the law.
The whole time, the rapper will have no idea that the police were listening to his calls and texts, as well as the calls and texts of everyone and anyone in proximity to him.
One of the few effective ways to protect yourself from this type of unlawful surveillance is to place your phone in a Faraday cage or Faraday bag anytime you are driving or traveling. UAP sells a Faraday bag called the 4Cage on Amazon, which is one of the cheapest options out there.
If you or someone you know is the victim of police misconduct, please visit the National Civil Rights Attorney database on unlawfularrestprevention.org. We have worked hard to vet the best civil rights attorneys in each state, and we update the list as we continue to do so. Simply click on your state, and then you will see a list of some of the more competent civil rights attorneys in your state. We hope that this helps Black people who bring police misconduct lawsuits to be more successful and win larger settlements or payouts. The worst thing that you can do for your lawsuit is to hire an incompetent lawyer. And most incompetent lawyers prey on Black people who have been victimized by taking their money and doing little or no work. We hope that this will be a helpful resource to our viewers and that they will share this list with any Black person who may need representation. Thank you for tuning in to another Unlawful Arrest Prevention video.
Guerrilla warfare to maintain secrecy. I'm killing nobody.
When I hear the word war, my mind go to racing. Guerrilla shit, skirmishes, but no boots on the pavement. Electric off-road V's, probably shouldn't even say this. The gal's car, full of scar, fuck your rules of engagement. I'm in this shit to win and not get tricked by no cave bitch. At the end of the day, we free whole towns from enslavement. BGFO, or they could be with the nation. Change a nigga whole life with a single conversation.